Boom. Okay, so officially recording. What is up, everyone? Thank you for all showing up. I know it's a Tuesday. It's 8 p.m. Pacific time right now. Some of us may be in different time zones. Some of us may be watching the recording. So if you're watching this, I just want to say thank you. And if you're on live right now, I just want to say special thank you. All right. So the subject I wanted to go ahead and talk about was development. All right, and why it's so important. So I'm going to go ahead here. Bam. Let me find my notes real quick. Oh, don't tell me because I started sharing my screen. It's going to be slowing on me. Okay. Here we go. There we go. All right. So this is the first training. All right. It's my first Tuesday training. I'm going to go ahead and make this kind of a series. So tonight, I'm going to go ahead and go over the importance of development and then what does development take. So if you guys are taking notes, which I recommend, okay, note takers are money makers for one. And then two, Pablo Picasso said, amateurs try to remember things, experts write them down. All right. So just go ahead. I'll give everyone a couple more seconds to go ahead, get a notebook of some sort, get a pen, pencil, whatever you want to do. But those are the two subjects I want to be talking about today on tonight's development call. Okay, the importance of development and what does it take. All right, so to go ahead and dive into this information, we go ahead and start. So the importance of development. So the reason why it's so important to grow as an individual, simply because if you really look at it, you have not accomplished whatever goal you have set simply because you haven't developed into the person you need to be in order to achieve that goal. For me, for example, I'm an inspirational speaker, but I'm not speaking in front of thousands yet because I haven't grown into the inspirational speaker yet. Now in my head, I am there, but physically I am not. Therefore, I must continue to grow myself. Okay, so for us on this call, if you want to be a millionaire, you want to be an expert trader, you want to be whatever, you're not there yet simply because you have not grown into that person that you need to be. Second thing, development is the difference between someone that is broke and someone that was broke. Okay, someone that is broke and someone that was broke. People that repeat the same patterns in life do not develop, they do not grow. When you grow, you learn. When you grow, you become self-aware. When you grow, you are able to get through different obstacles in life. Okay, so the amazing thing about our company and everything here with IML, we are all growing as traders. Okay, some of us are working on sharing the idea, building the residuals to fund their accounts and things like that. But, okay, if you're watching this call right now, I want everyone to know that if you stay consistent in developing yourself, you are no longer broke simply because you took that first step. For us in IML, some of us, maybe it was hard for you to take that first step and really start learning to trade. Maybe it was hard for you to afford that. But what I want you to know, though, is that by taking that first step and really starting to work on yourself, you are no longer broke should you choose to stay consistent. All right, second one. Those that develop themselves find more in the world around them, such as opportunities, like what we are doing today. Those that don't develop don't change, simply because you cannot see what you're not actively looking for, right? Much like trading, if you're not actually looking for a trade, you're not going to find the right setup. You can't expect to see setups if you're not looking for a setup, okay? So on top of that, mindset is everything, okay? Your mindset is what creates your level of thinking. Your level of thinking is what creates your level of thoughts. And your thoughts are what control your reality, not because of what they attract, but because of what they allow you to see. Okay, everyone sees things differently in life because of their mindset, because of the way they think, right? So a person that is closed off, a person that has a closed mind, new ways of thinking is closed off as well, which means new ways of making money, new ways of progress, new ways of overcoming obstacles are not in existence, simply because they have a closed mind. That's why we say closed minds are closed pockets. That's why we say in order to go through something, you must grow through it. So that is why development is so important in that, okay? Also, developing your mind will also allow you to control your mind. In our business, that's exactly what we need to do. Control our emotions in the markets, right? Because we all know, I don't know if you've been bit by the greed yet, but I personally have, and I know plenty of traders that have too. If you've been bit by greed, you will understand you need to overcome greed. You understand you need to control that emotion of wanting more, right? We are in this for the long run. Nobody's going to make $1 million in a day here unless, you get like private investors and just drop like a very fat lot size, in which case kudos, I'd like a percentage of that. Okay, but understand we must learn how to control our emotions, and by doing so we must develop ourselves. I myself have been working on becoming more aware of my emotions and when they tend to pop up. So just things like that, when I'm in the market and I see a good setup, when I see it's on a trend line, and it's a daily support or daily resistance, I see a double bottom. In my head, I'm like, those are all my perfect confirmations for a buy or a sell right there, like, or a double bottom. So it'd be a perfect buy. In my head, I'm like, I know for a fact that's going up, but that is me become greedy, and that is me urging for a trade. That is me wanting the trade. That is me wanting the profits. And when it comes to the trading side of things, do not focus on the profits. Focus on the pips. Keep in mind, $20, no matter what currency, $20 will always be $20. 20 pips, though, as we know as traders, 20 pips goes a long way. It's just a different lot size. That's it. Okay? So the next, you are your greatest asset. You are your own business. Think of it that way. So are you actively going through the academy? Okay? Are you actively growing yourself? Are you actively investing into yourself? Adding more value to you? All life is adding value to yourself so that you may add value to others. Right now, I have spent all this time investing into myself, developing myself so that I may what? So that I may give value to others. So I may give value to you. If you're watching this recording or watching it right now, I'm giving value to you because I've spent the time, I've spent the time in the charts. I've spent the time in the books. I've spent the time listening to the audios, and I'm here giving value to you. All right. Also, life only consists of life and death, right? Everything in life is either growing or dying. So if you're not growing, you are dying. If you're not actively working on your mindset and growing, you are dying, right? And I don't know about y'all, but I would much rather have the first option. Dying, no. No, like I'm not a fan of that part. I'm gonna skip that part, right? I just want to live and continue to grow. Okay? So the second one, the bigger the goal, the more you need to overcome. So the bigger your goal is, the more you will need to overcome. So that means the more growth that is required in order for you to achieve that goal. And let me tell you something, the world is going to test you. Okay? The world will test you. No matter what you're doing, no matter where you're trying to go, the world, the universe, whatever, it's going to find a way to step in your path, right? It's going to find a way to distract you. So that is why you must continuously grow. Okay? Grow through situations rather than just go through them. If you're going through something, expect to go through them again. If you're growing through something, that means you've learned a lesson, right? If you're watching this call or the recording, you no longer take losses. We don't take L's, right? We only take lessons, right? Because if you lose and you learn a lesson, you will never lose again. Understand that. Now, the second key point I'm going to be going over tonight. What does it take to develop yourself? What does development take? What kind of mindset do you need in order to continuously focus on developing? So one is your discipline. Okay? You are either disciplined in doing the wrong thing, or you're disciplined to do what will help you improve. I want to say that again. You are either disciplining yourself to do the wrong thing, or you're disciplining yourself to do the right thing. Right? You're either disciplining yourself to go, you know what, I want to watch Netflix. Or you're disciplining yourself to go, you know what, let me hit up the academy. Let me hit up TV sessions. Let me read a book. Let me listen to an audio. All it is slight discipline. Jim Rohn says the same discipline that it takes to brush your teeth is the same discipline you need to become successful. Okay? So the second one is dedication. All right? Like I said earlier, life is going to throw whatever it can at you. It's going to throw some weird stuff your way. It's going to throw some random things. Trust me. It's going to throw some random things your way to distract you, okay? It will give you the weirdest responsibilities at, like, the time that is not needed the most, okay? So you must stay dedicated to consistently working on yourself, to consistently working on your skill set, okay? No matter what, you have to declare tonight that no matter what is going to happen, you are going to dedicate some time out of every single day to invest into yourself, okay? Now, how might you invest in yourself? By hopping on calls like this, by watching recordings, going into the TV sessions, growing your skill set or growing your mindset. Never get too busy to work on yourself. Never get too busy to work on yourself, okay? Be dedicated to working on the skill set no matter what. At the end of the day, most likely, I don't want to step on anyone's toes here, trading and the income potential that comes with trading will pretty much solve every single problem you have, right? Because here's the thing too, when you're a trader, you need to understand your own mindset. You need to understand how to take out the emotion out of the charts, just like in life. Okay, understand that when you trade, you expose who you are in life, right? Are you the type of person that can sit back and wait for a burger? Or are you the type of person that has to go to a fast food restaurant to get a burger real quick? If you're that person in the charts, you're not going to wait for a setup. You're not going to wait for a setup. You're going to go, oh, I think this is it, bam. And then you're going to watch the market go the opposite direction because you didn't wait, right? You weren't patient. So understand the person that you are right now, look at your trading the same way, right? How you do anything is how you do everything, all right? And two, about that, about being busy, erase that out of your diction right now. Erase busy out of your diction. David Imonitie does a training on this, and he talks about how certain people speak certain ways, okay? And in our world to this day, we live in a world where we're considered ants, right? We're busy ants, which means what? When you're busy, you are not focused on what you currently have to do. You're focused on everything else you have to do, which means for one, you're not going to stay present. And for two, during the current moment, you are not going to be able to give 110%. You know, for some of you, you may be listening right now or may be listening to the recording. If you are busy, you are not 110% into this call. You're not taking notes right now. If you're busy, you might be cleaning right now. You might be cooking or something. Your attention might be going into 30 different things. I know for me, before I really came into terms of that, I would sit down and I would try to type up a training or I would try to mark up. But even when I was marking up, I was not present. I was always thinking about, okay, I got to spend 20 minutes here. Once this 20 minutes is up, what do I have to do next? Okay, I have to do this next. What's after that? I have to do that. I have to do that. I have to do that. And that is why a lot of people think they're too busy for things. You're not busy. You're just unaware of where you're investing your focus and where you're investing your time. I want everyone to understand that right now, right? So with that being said, erase busy out of your diction. Use productive. We live in a world where everybody's busy, but few are productive. Now, who are the ones that are productive? The 1%ers, the people that are out there achieving their goals, the people that are out there achieving success, the people that we look up to. They're productive, not busy. Okay? So you have to stay dedicated. You have to understand that. Never use busy, always use productive. Okay? That'll change your ways. I promise you. That's what I started doing. Rather than saying, oh man, I can't do that tonight. I'm busy. I would say, wait, what exactly am I doing tonight? And I'd look at my calendar and I'd be like, okay, I'm not really busy tonight. I have reading for 20 minutes, listen to an audio, cook dinner. That's it. Why did I feel like I was so busy? I felt like I was so busy because the next day I had so much to do. Right? So when I started saying productive, I was like, oh, I can't. I'm being productive tonight. And then I was like, yeah. That had my mindset focused on being productive, right? Rather than being caught up in everything else. So no matter what, focus on yourself and be productive on investing into yourself and growing as an individual. Now, next thing, what does development take? It takes focus. Okay, understand that you are growing yourself so you can accomplish your goal. Okay, focus on the goal. If you are a sprinter, okay, let's say you run the 100-meter. The second that gun goes off and your head comes up, where are you looking? You're looking right at the finish line or past it, or past it. You're not looking right. You're not looking left. You're definitely not looking behind you. You're looking straight, tunnel vision. Focus on your goal. Focus on investing in yourself, okay? Focus on what it is you want to accomplish. No matter what it is, understand that our versions of success are all completely different. Some of us on this call or watching the recording want to become millionaires. Some of us are millionaires. Some of us just want a nice house. Some of us maybe want to make 50K a year. Some of us maybe want to make 50K a month. Some of us may want to make 50K a day or a second, whatever it is. We all have different versions of success. So that is why you don't look right, you don't look left, okay? Because other people are going to want different things. You and what you want is right in front of you. You just need to understand that, okay? So the education that we have access to, that is your focus. I'm telling you, focus on yourself and everything will come clear. Everything will become clear. So out of all that, pretty much that's the end of the call. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to go ahead and just talk about a couple people that have really changed my life and have really helped me kind of grow as an individual and learn things from different perspectives. So the first gentleman, his name is Bob Proctor. Okay, now if you haven't heard of him, I would highly suggest writing his name down, Bob Proctor. Okay, for some of us, we may know his affirmation. His affirmation is, I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. Okay, money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. That's one of his affirmations. Okay, so Bob Proctor has absolutely helped me grow as an individual, helped me put a lot of things into perspective. I'm actually going to post on my YouTube, I'm going to post this onto my YouTube. One of his videos is going to help you actually learn the way you think and actually become self-aware of that. Now, the second gentleman I want to bring up, his name is Jim Rohn. For those of you that don't know, he is somebody that is considered like the GOAT when it comes to network marketing business. He has plenty of videos on network marketing and things like that. But Jim Rohn is also like one of the number one, yes, Jim Rohn, there you go, Raiden. He's like a number one development. He went from a house in the countryside to getting phone calls worth billions. So I'm telling you, he understands how to grow the mind. He understands how to put things into perspectives to where everything makes sense. Okay? So the next thing too, I have two videos. I have one of Bob Proctor and I have a second one of Jim Rohn. I'm going to post those on my YouTube video in the description. So go ahead after this call. I'm going to see where I'm at trade night right now with the Sacramento squad. We're all using the Wi-Fi. I don't know how fast it is. So once this recording starts loading up, I'm going to go ahead and see how quickly I can get it out to you guys on YouTube, so that way you guys can go ahead and dive into those two videos I just talked about. So the next thing I want everyone to write down is invest about 30 minutes a day of developing yourself. Just 30 minutes a day. I know it may sound like a lot, but understand, like I said earlier, it's just a matter of where you're putting your focus and time into. Right? How much time do you spend in the car? How much time do you spend in the morning? You know, think about how much time you spend listening to music. Now, to some of us, we actually listen to personal development through music, but we're not actually listening to the lyrics. Okay? We're not actually listening to the lyrics. You know, for example, if you listen to Russ literally tells you how to manifest things into your life. But a lot of us don't even listen to that lyric. We just put it on, we're like, yeah, this guy's awesome. You don't even listen to the lyrics. You're not even applying what he's telling you. Russ's dream was to become an artist, and then he became an artist. So he's literally telling you guys how to make your dream become your reality. Okay? But that's all I wanted to touch up on there. Just like 30 minutes a day, you know, maybe in the car. I know for me personally, if one of my earbuds weren't missing, I normally do this. But whenever I'm out, like if you have to go grocery shopping or something, I just put an earbud. I just put an earbud in and play. You know, go to Bob Proctor, Jim Rohn, and just press play. Just see whatever video pops on. You know, if I'm out with friends, earbud. Why not? Understand, it's so easy. You'll pick up on things. When I'm at the gym, earbud. It's so easy to really grow yourself because you'll be sitting there talking with friends with an earbud in, and then you'll hear something that can really change. Understand, in every single video, there is one sentence or maybe even one word that can really click your way of thinking and change your paradigm. Now, a paradigm shift is just pretty much a collection of thoughts, right? So your life is the way it is right now simply because of your paradigm. So when you start to change the way you think and start to have different thoughts, that's what we call a paradigm shift. But with that said, though, that is the end of this call. Just wanted to say appreciate everyone that hopped on. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording now.